being a salesperson is the closest thing that you can be to an entrepreneur without having to go like no base, no insurance coverage or things like that. So even though you're a salesperson, you're technically not an entrepreneur because you have those things covered, whereas an entrepreneur you would be, right? So to answer the question, as far as like investment goes, so when you get to a position as a salesperson where you're making a lot of money, you're going to have a lot of assets. So you're going to have a lot of money sitting in the bank. And when you look at your assets, you have an idea of your return. And so if you look at your current savings account right now, it's probably only paying you maybe like 25 basis points. If you're with a credit union, you're probably getting like 30 basis points. And the point is, it's not being like a squirrel where you just farm all your nuts into a basket, where you get as much cash as possible and you hold it. That's the worst thing you can do, because you're only, again, getting back about 25 basis points. And so the key is, when you're in a position where you can, the amount of money that we make, the opportunity lies within your ability to put that money to use. And so put the money to multiply, to create income, right? And so whether or not you create a business or you purchase investment properties, or you pick up stocks, whatever it is, the intent, right? So you can do whatever it is. Like, you want to go buy Pogs, go buy Pogs and sell that shit on Amazon, whatever it is. The idea is to take that additional cash flow and then invest it into a position where you can make more. And then if you are able to make more, then what happens is you're able to kind of expense that, because it was a cost to acquire that extra source of income. So in other words, if you took a lot of your cash flow and you invested it into marketing, right? Marketing to get you more business, well, then you can write that off as long as you document it. And so, as a salesperson, you might think like, oh man, I need to open up a business, or I need to open up an LLC, or I need to do this. You don't, bro. Like, you could just be a sole proprietor, and you can walk into a Chase Bank like literally right now and say, hey, I want to open up a business account. And what happens on this business account is you pay for everything. So you pay for marketing, you pay for lunch, you pay for gas, you pay for your car, because you're a salesperson. And so if your car is primarily used to take clients out or to meet with referral partners, that becomes your write-off. That's your expense for your business. If you pay for Facebook ads, that's an expense. If you pay for training, right? Like my programs and shit. Like if you went to my website, SalesRemastered.com, and you picked up a program, bottom line is you're either going to pay $3,000 to the IRS, or you're going to pay $3,000 to invest in yourself. And it gets deeper than that, I picked up 2 cars this year. I picked up a 7 Series and an Escalade. But ask me why? Why? Because the tax advantage of that, because the Escalade is at a specific weight where tax-wise, you could write off a good amount of that purchase price. I need that because I'm going to pay the IRS, or I'm going to get my boo-boo whatever she wants. And now she's dipping in the Escalade. Same thing with the 7 Series, right? Like if it's used for business expense, which my car is, you guys have already seen all my videos. I'm in my car, so that's my studio. Plus I need it to go visit clients. Right? So that becomes a write-off. So again, either I'm gonna give the IRS something, or I'm gonna give myself. But what I've focused on recently is real estate. So now I got investment properties in Texas, in different parts of the country, in terms of rental properties. And what you're doing is you're taking the money and you're investing it long term. And so when you're older, you don't have to rely on Social Security or 401k. You rely on paid off properties that are giving you money to use your property. In the interim, you get to write off the taxes that you pay for that investment property. So you have a choice. Number one is you could let it sit inside the bank, giving you 25 basis points per year, or you could take that money and put it in real estate, in an investment property, which is earning 8 to 9% per year right now.
Connected to SalesRemastered.